Hello, everyone. Welcome to IronmanRadio on video. As you can all well see here, I have a face perfect for radio, but for some reason we're putting you through this. But I have two far better-looking folks with me here today.
Got that right.
Paula Newby-Fraser and Greg Welch, two world champions. And so...
Funny. Canadian.
Oh, give it up. And none of us, you
The
guys.
sun's getting to his brain.
That's right.
He just has
Hey,
to wait himself
I
up.
was funny last week. What can I say? I can
what's
only
the
be funny 1 week at a time. Okay. You guys are killing me. All right. Ironman Arizona, why do we have such an insanely competitive field here, Paula? Is it all because they want to be here with you and found out that you weren't racing?
I think, everybody wants to be at the Fort Ironman Arizona because they heard that I was just going to be spectating and not racing. No, seriously, this is the first event on the continent of the U.S., and I think it's, everybody likes to get going early. As much as people say that these Ironman races are too early or the 70.3 races are too early, I mean, we just had a phenomenal field a couple weeks ago in Oceanside. So it just goes to show, I think, a lot of the athletes start training through the winter, and they want to see where they stand early in the year, and they want to get one under their belt. A lot of folks trying to get a qualifying slot to Kona. So we're always excited when we get a good field. So.
Mr. Welch, what do you think about what we're going to see on Sunday?
I'm really excited. Rutger Becky is back to defend his championship, and he really, today at the press conference, he really did, make that known to the other people that I'm defending my title, so come get me. He was sporting a Faris Al Sultan beard, and I'm wondering if he'll race in it and shave it off the next day like Faris does, or if he actually, shaves it off the day before. But no, seriously, I think that the men's race, it's pretty much Rutger, to lose this race. I think that he's looking very good at the moment. He said that his training was really, really good. Went down to South Africa and did a little bit. But, the other guys in the race, Sergio Marquez is here, Paul Frischke from the United States, Massimo Cigana from Italy. I mean, there's a great host of, guys, Lewis Elliott also. So, the guys are going to do very well. Jonathan Caron from Canada. Lots of guys. Very, very big international field.
One of the things that I found so interesting, I want to ask you both this question. The thing that came up in the press conference today, Rutger finishing 898th in Kona. When you're sitting there looking at that from a journalistic or from your position and doing the Ironman Live stuff, were you thinking he's out of his mind, or is this a good move to get that finish under the tough conditions?
I think to finish in Kona is, I remember watching Norman Stadler do the same thing. And, it's a very humbling experience. And it also, I think, gets an athlete back in touch with the reality of finishing an Ironman event versus, getting very hyped up on the idea of racing and racing to win. That sometimes when you go to race and race to win and really push the boundaries, what happens is you get humbled down to just the raw reality of getting to the finish line. And I think I would guess that was a very powerful lesson for him and will serve him well on the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? He's a hero in my eyes for one thing, and he finished the race. You get into sport, to finish something and to achieve something, and basically, when you set goals, your real goal should be the finish line. And then, for a professional athlete, yes, you have to make a living and all that, but I think that what Rutger learned, and it's something that Jürgen Zach did, it's something that Paulie Kiru did. I've seen all these guys and girls do it, and they've all been down that road. You can't have a great race all the time, and you have to have one of those races or a day that you go downhill a little bit to get back up to where you are, or to restoke that fire. And I think that it was a fantastic thing what he did, and you get into these things to finish him, and he did it.
In the same way that Rutger had a tough day in Kona last year, Michaela Jones, self-admittedly had a tough year. No one would know Michaela's situation and preparation and everything better than you, Paula. How is she looking coming into this one?
Well, last year just wasn't her year, and that happens. It's part of a career. She's had predominantly great years throughout her whole career, and for the first time in her life, she was dealing with a real injury, and she didn't deal well with it because she didn't know how to deal with it, and it kind of rolled on, and one thing led to another. It was a bit disastrous year for her, although I have to remind her that she did post a few good results during the year, even so. But her physical training is good, and her mental state, she's definitely hungry to get back into it, but I think it's also given her a bit of a reality check to know that she's had a great career and that she's also willing to win some and lose some. And if she goes out there and has a strong day and keeps it together, and as I always tell her, stay out of the statistics. She was one of the statistics in Hawaii, and the statistics, mechanical, blow up, drop out, and the pros always have the highest statistic of that. I said, keep yourself out of the statistics and get to the finish line, and you'll probably post a good result. And I think she's not necessarily gunning for the win as much as she wants to secure herself in a strong day.
Just a question for you, sitting on the outside. You see Michaela, you see Paula. I am amazed at the similarities of just the love for the sport. I asked Michaela today, you don't have anything else to prove. What are you doing here? And she just, why would I stop doing something I love? You must see that.
That's incredible. I mean, for a girl, I think she's 38 years old, and the most incredible thing about this is you're talking about one of the most successful triathletes of all time. I think she's won more Olympic distance races than anyone, male or female, and period. I mean, that's history. I mean, it's unbelievable. She's won the Ironman Triathlon World Championship. She's won the ITU Olympic Distance World Championship. She's a hero. She's a legend of the sport, and she's still going because she loves it. She rides horses. She rides horses in equestrian events in her spare time. I mean, this girl just loves what she does for a living, and that to me is incredible. I think I would have still been doing it too because I love the sport so much, but I'm glad I'm on the outside now. I'm a stand-up board paddler now. You see my big shoulders? But but look, the girl's incredible, and if she goes through and wins again on the weekend, just strike another one up against the McKeely Jones, on the resume. It's just amazing. She's amazing.
Well, we're in for an amazing day of racing all around, and thank you very much, Paula and Greg. I see I got it right this time.
Yes, thank you.
My attempt at humor obviously failed last time. Thank you for joining us here. We have a full weekend of coverage. You'll be seeing lots of these guys on the camera all weekend long, which I know is much better than seeing me. And I'll, of course, have our text updates, lots of pictures, and look forward to a great weekend of coverage. Thanks for joining us.